Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Monday, the 30th day of September. It's the last day of the month, man. How did that happen? Doesn't it feel like just the other day was the first?
It's
Do we
every
say
single
this
month. We
every
say it
month?
every
I'm
month.
pretty sure we do. September 30th is National Chewing Gum Day. Didn't we just have Chewing Gum Day?
We did.
They must have a couple of those. Maybe it's a leap year. I don't know. International Podcast Day, International Thunderbirds Day, International Translation Day. There's probably another way to say that, but I don't know how to say it. So, National Day of Rummy, R-U-M-I, the card game, Rummy, or whatever it is. You ever play Rummy?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, I remember my parents played that. National Mud Pack Day, Save Your Photos Day. That's a good idea. You should do it all the time. Pet Tricks Day, Orange Shirt Day, and National Love People Day. All of those things happening on this Monday. And it's a movie star Monday. We have Rossif Sutherland joining us. That's Kiefer Sutherland's little brother.
Oh, that's cool.
Donald Sutherland, who just recently passed away, was his father. So I'm excited to chat with him about Murder in a Small Town. It's a new show on Fox TV.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. By now, you've heard the experts who are trying to convince us that a key to helping relieve food insecurity could be eating crickets. According to new research, the next superfood just might be grasshoppers.
Not happening.
Researchers in Cameroon say they've discovered some surprising health benefits of eating grasshoppers. Eating grasshoppers could be the secret to better sleep, better, healthier hair, and even a stronger libido. So to be clear, their studies were carried out on rats, but they found other health benefits like consistent weight maintenance. Apparently, grasshoppers are rich in essential amino acids.
It's never happening.
Vitamins.
Never.
And minerals, which provide plenty of nutrients that support various body functions. So for those of you needing some, grasshoppers, apparently that's going to be a popular thing soon. I wonder if they come in different flavors.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds weird to me, but somebody's probably loving this. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that lately Elon Musk has been taking his personal safety more seriously? It says that he travels with 20 or more security personnel,
I'm
drawing
sure he does.
comparisons to his own Secret Service. And it doesn't come cheap. It says $2.4 million to cover a portion of last year's protection. How does that compare to others? Spent by Apple, $820,000 for their CEO. Amazon pays $1.6 million a year to guard Jeff Bezos. Zuckerberg takes the title. He shelled out $23.4 million last year.
Holy cow.
To protect Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. So what I'm saying is we need to increase our security budget. Right now, we pay, what is it?
Nothing
whatsoever. That's right.
Whatever the cost of ammo is.
Yeah. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. John Cena has zoomed into his latest action franchise, slated to star in Apple original film Matchbox, feature adaptation of the iconic Mattel toy brand. So they had a Barbie movie, now they need a Matchbox movie.
Of course they do.
Yeah. Netflix saw a British invasion for the first 6 months of the year. 4 of their top 10 biggest shows in the first half of this year were from the UK. Some of those, Fool Me Once, Baby Reindeer, The Gentleman, One Day, Bridgerton. I think I might have missed some. Anyway, I don't know if you've watched any of those. I watched one of those. I won't say which one, but it was really weird, and I would not recommend it. And it rhymes with baby reindeer. And Saturday Night Live has scheduled their first hosts for 2024. Season 50 is what this is.
I can't even believe that's
50.
still going on.
Ariana Grande, John Mulaney, Michael Keaton, and more. And Gene Smart opened the season over the weekend, September 28th, and we missed it completely. Did you see it, Heidi?
No, I don't watch it
I
anymore.
didn't see it either. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on RadioSavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at RadioSavings.com. That's RadioSavings.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Lionel Richie has extended his Las Vegas residency into next year. So he was supposed to be wrapping it up here in just a few weeks, and now they're like, no, you know what? Let's just keep on doing
That's
this.
somebody I kind of would like to
I would love to see him. Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if he dances on the ceiling. Remember that movie? Or that, not
The
movie,
video?
that video?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Very
you know
clearly,
what I'm talking
yes.
about. The good news is we've been married almost 25 years. Even when I say the wrong thing, she knows what I'm talking about. So that works out really, really well. At least for us. Anybody listening in might be going, what is going on there? Did John have a stroke in the middle of that conversation? Over here, an Ohio amusement park, Cedar Point, announced plans for a thrilling new roller coaster with a track that completely separates in midair. Yeah, Siren's Curse will be the tallest, fastest,
My gosh.
and longest tilt roller coaster in North America when it opens next summer. The Sandusky, Ohio, just west of Cleveland, roller coaster, supposedly inspired by the legend and lore of mysterious creatures living beneath the surface of Lake Erie, includes a climb of 160 feet along the Lake Erie shipping crane tower with sinister sounds, followed by the moment when the train stops on a broken off section of the track while hovering in midair.
No way.
Riders will be tilted 90 degrees until they're looking straight down. Next comes a plunge into the abyss, which involves zooming through 3,000 feet of track at up to 58 miles per hour. The ride also features 13 weightless airtime moments, 2 360-degree zero-gravity barrel rolls, and a high-speed triple-down element with twisted and overbanked track. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's not the kind of thing you'd experience, right after eating a funnel cake usually. So.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Anyway,
I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah, for those of you who are thrill seekers, it's supposed to be opening in the summer. I've got a link to all of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Excited to visit right now with actor Rossif Sutherland, the brother of Kiefer Sutherland and the son of Donald Sutherland. He's been in a bunch of movies and TV shows as well, and he's got a new show out right now. It's called Murder in a Small Town. It's available right now on Fox. And first of all, Rossif, I'm so sorry to hear of the passing of your father.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Let's talk about Murder in a Small Town. It's available right now on Fox. Tell me a little bit about this show and the character that you play.
We shot this. We shot this in February. For 3.5 months on the Sunshine Coast in British Columbia. It's just a ferry ride away from Vancouver. It's a fishing town right off of the Pacific, and it was a dreamy playground in which we got to tell our story. And it's TV show is a murder mystery. The lead detective is this guy that I play, Carl Alberg, who's actually a lovely man who's not consumed with the demons of a drinking problem or anger issues or anything like that. He's a detective who goes about doing his job in the unusual way of not wearing a uniform, of not flashing his badge, of trying trying to make people forget that he's a cop so that he can get the truth out of them through his humanity, through his compassion. He's a tender heart, and that doesn't make him weak by any means. But yeah, he's unlike a lot of detectives on TV nowadays. If anything, he reminds me a bit of a guy like Columbo.
Absolutely. I loved Columbo. Again, your new show, Murder in a Small Town on Fox. It is set in maybe one of the most beautiful places ever for a TV show. Where in the world did you film this?
This is Sunshine Coast in British Columbia in Canada. It's a fishing town. It's dreamy over there.
And the town itself is so beautiful. It's almost its own character in the show.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
It's not the kind of place you'd expect to have for a setting for a place called Murder in a Small Town. It almost seems idyllic, you know.
No, it was. You wouldn't think that these sort of things would happen in a place like that. And to be fair, when we were shooting there, nobody got killed. But they obviously we're telling it's a TV show, and we're telling these stories, and we chose to set it there because, well, first off, it's based on books, but the idea is that this detective has left the big city to go to this place, a place that he used to go to with his mom when he was a little boy, because it was his El Dorado, and he's hoping to find peace and calm, and be the chief of police, and do the small things of writing tickets and helping people with their cats. And I'm not quite sure what he thought he was going to have to do, but it was going to be calm and peaceful. But yes, people end up dying all over the place, and his skills as a master detective are required, and he's surrounded by a team of police officers who have never really had to step up to the plate quite like this. But he's quite the inspiring leader because he leaves room for everybody to be their best selves. He's not a boss in the sense of pointing fingers and bossing people around. He's somebody who delegates and celebrates people's gifts.
And he's a very likable character, I would say as well, wouldn't you?
He's a likable man, yeah.
You had mentioned earlier Columbo, and I loved watching Columbo. Another show I love to watch, though, is Monk, and you were actually on an episode of Monk, and that was such a fun show.
Yeah. That was one of the first things that I'd ever done. There are similarities. It's not quirky like Monk is, this show.
But he's sharp like that.
It's certainly in the sense of it's not out there to try and terrify you with the grittiness of crime. No, Murder in a Small Town is we're not necessarily trying to be soft with it, but we're not trying to terrify you.
Well, it looks fantastic. Rossif, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about it today. We appreciate it.
It was my pleasure.
The show is called Murder in a Small Town. It is on Fox. I've got a link to all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from VitaTech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how VitaTech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There was a real World War II hero named G.I. Joe.
Really?
Yeah, he, by the way, was a carrier pigeon.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Saturday before Christmas is the busiest shopping day of the year. So
I bet. Last minute stuff, really quick, running
So,
around.
I'm not sure why we're talking about that now, but here it is. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A cotton shirt requires 700 gallons of water just to make that one shirt.
Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of water. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Some hospitals keep a stock of beer. This is to help alcoholic patients avoid withdrawal symptoms, and they give them the beer as necessary.
Oh.
So it's good to know. I didn't realize they did such a thing. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word friends is said in every single episode of the show Friends. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, maybe.
Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, you were going to say, I'm never been a big fan of that show. And then I get the hate mail. Her name is Heidi, Heidi. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. You'll probably do this about 6 times today, and you may be embarrassed if you get caught. What is it? You are not embarrassed. You do this all the time.
What?
And then you say, I was talking to the dogs.
Oh, talking to myself.
Yeah, talking to yourself.
I talk to myself constantly.
Yeah. So like,
I talk to myself more than I talk to other people.
I know. So I'm like, are you talking to me? And you're like, no, why would I be talking to you? Well, I'm your husband. I thought maybe. Anyway.
No, I'm all day, every day talking to myself.
Comes your way. Courtesy of mintervention.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for some weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Data from the James Webb Telescope has revealed a nearby exoplanet with a few interesting features, Heidi. It experiences sideways rain made of glass. It reeks of rotten eggs. Somehow they can tell that through a telescope. The exoplanet is the size of Jupiter, has long intrigued astronomers because its scorching temperatures and screaming winds. But the telescope was able to determine that the planet, known as HD 189733b,
why doesn't it have a name?
64 light years from Earth, harbors trace amounts of hydrogen sulfide in its atmosphere. Hydrogen sulfide is a colorless gas that releases a strong sulfuric stench, and it has never before been spotted outside of our solar system. So
how can they tell that through a microscope?
I don't know. It's not a microscope. It's a telescope, but still makes you wonder.
Telescope.
Like, what does it look like? It looks like it smells like eggs. What kind of telescope are you?
It's ridiculous.
That's why this is weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Apparently, we can never have too many 8 new emojis. Or emoji, for those of you who are grammar Nazis. Emoji, is that how it is? I know. Apparently, it's not emojis. It is emoji. They're expected to be available on smartphones soon. So what are they? A face with under-eye bags. So like a tired looking
get that.
face. Fingerprint, okay. A purple splat symbol.
Okay.
A turnip. Who's looking for a turnip? Leafless tree.
I get that.
A harp. And a shovel. I don't know what the shovel is for. And then the official flag of Sark, an island off the English Channel. So those are coming soon. Yeah, those are all coming soon. This is what people are working on right now. They could be working on things like curing cancer. They could be working on things like, world peace. Instead, it's like, what we need? A turnip emoji. Mike, get on that. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. This is attributed to Robin Williams, but I think this actually goes back further than Robin Williams. I'm pretty sure this goes back to, I can't think of his name now.
That's really interesting.
Somebody else. Well, here's what the quote is. It says, politics, poly, a Latin word for many, and ticks, meaning blood-sucking creatures. So I don't think
true.
it says Robin Williams said that, and I think he said it, but I think he was quoting somebody else.
I don't know.
Maybe it was Mark Twain. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw that it was from somebody way, 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 way back when. But that's your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way, courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And our good news for today comes from Scotland. Glasgow woman places bracelets around the city to spread joy. I think this is really kind of a neat thing. In an effort to brighten up the lives of her fellow Glasgowians, is that how you would say that?
Okay.
Beth
I like
McNeil.
it. I don't know, but it works for me.
Glaswegians? I'm not sure. Beth McNeil is scattering bracelets across the city. She's putting them in envelopes that say, "Open me." And then she's, putting them out there. Inside each envelope, finders are greeted with a note that reads, "You found me. I've scattered envelopes like this all over the city to make people of Glasgow smile." Inspired by the Taylor Swift Eras Tour tradition of exchanging friendship bracelets, she was moved to create her own version of this trend with a mission to uplift the community. Her simple yet impactful gesture aims to bring joy to those who stumble upon the bracelets, during a time when mental health struggles are more common. It says small, simple acts of kindness really go a long way, especially with how mental health is these days, and someone is affected by anxiety and depression. I think we need to all be connected and talking. We never know when what somebody is going through, but my bracelet puts a smile on someone's face, whether they're having a rough time or not. That is a win for me.
That's really sweet.
If you're inspired to brighten somebody's day without leaving a message, you can do that. You can also just, leave the bracelet for somebody else to find. But people are like sharing these and passing them around, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
it's
that is
inspired
very cool.
Other people to make bracelets in other places too. So I think that's really neat. I probably won't be making a bracelet anytime soon, but I'll do my best to make people smile. And one of the ways that I'm going to do that is I'm going to leave right now, so you don't have to listen to me anymore. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.